Morning traders, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So yesterday the pullback did happen. We kind of aggressive through a few levels, and I'll show that to you now. But still, the point is, even if you were aggressive through levels, smaller positions, bigger stops, and you would have been safe. So we've ended up with a pin bar, but the day before was inverted hammer is also a problem. So these 2 days just indicates a lot of indecision. So we had a mixed set of results yesterday, and also I think this flu outbreak in China, which is also causing immense concern at the moment. So just moving down through the time frames, you can see this level here. Now I'm going to add the levels because the first logical level for me was definitely 29068, and I had a trade in at that level, and you can see how far past we went through that. Pretty much tagging the next inside bar right here. Okay, so I think the trick with this at the moment is, for the Dow, your trend is on the daily. Even the 3 and 4 hour, they can help you ascertain if there's a trend change, but you obviously want to see a breakthrough levels and then a retest of those levels, and then you're looking for confirmation to take to the short side. So because this trend is so strong to the upside, you're really just looking to buy the dips. Okay, so at the moment, if we just go back to the 3 hour, we had a massive move down, we had an indecision range bar, and then we had a massive move up with a confirmation bar. So we still haven't broken through the moving averages. And one thing that does concern me is this on the oscillator here. So we have a high, a lower high, and pretty much double top at the moment. Okay, so that is continuation divergence as well. So we could be continuing with the trend now. I think we have some trend line breaks in place. We also have some pretty decent structure forming, which is, let's just call it a channel for now. The only thing that is a little bit worrying here is that we pretty much are testing the breakout. So we went through this one, and now we're testing this breakout. I'll get rid of these diagonals here. As you can see now, on each fractal level, there is some kind of a price action happening. Okay, so if we start falling below the low of these 2 3 hour bars here, that's going to give us another attack at the lows. Okay, so if we just look at the hour, you'll see a little bit of a different picture, because now this trend line has broken. We've come back, we've tested it, moving averages have crossed over. Okay, so that's all lining up for a move to the upside. But I think more importantly, if I just take this level here, we've got a close above here. Now this to me is a double bottom. Okay, it's I know it's not parallel, but they don't have to be parallel. There's a low, there's a low, and we are now breaking above this level. We've broken above it, we've come back, we've tested it, we're just below it, but this is the area we need to pay attention to, because if it stays like this, your measured move is pretty much that. Okay, and that gives us a new all-time high. Right. So what is the plan for today? Just get this back to our need, and get this down to the 12. Okay. So at the moment on the 12 minute, we had a pretty good rally. We are bullish. And then we've gone into the moving averages. Now, look very carefully at all the moving averages. We've got the smaller ones, which is your 8, 13, and 21, and then we have the 200, but they're all grouped together. Okay, normally when they're grouped together, that's indication of a range and some form of consolidation, and we can go either way. So what I like about this kind of structure is your fractals become pretty important. Okay, that's not a fractal yet, this bar's still busy. This is our fractal. So those are the levels we need to pay attention to. Now you can see how the buyers were stepping in off this level, and this is 29,172, and selling came off 29,212. So that's the fractal levels I'd be paying attention to right now. Break above 29,212 during the European session, that would bring me some longs with a stop, so 50-point stop loss, stop below 29,172. Okay, so that's kind of what we're seeing at the moment. Nothing different on the daily, and pretty much the hour is also giving me a trend change here. So the hour is the high of last night is pretty much what we should looking to break through. Okay, oscillators at the moment do worry me. See, here's diversions. That's high, lower high, high, higher high. I prefer it to be a fractal. If it was a fractal, I'd pay more attention to it. But if I come back to the next fractal here, let's do this so you can see what I mean. You can see it doesn't really pan out. That's a high, and ever so slightly lower high there. Okay, and then we've got the stochastics grouping up as well. So what we may find is Ichimoku will give us some sort of guidance as to what's actually going to transpire. So firstly, we've got a crossover, and as I always say, it's happened after hours during the Asian session. Don't really pay attention to it. There's nothing really here at the moment, lots of mixed signals. The half hour, we're in the cloud. Kijisen is flat, Tikisen is flat. So there is a possibility of us moving back down and coming down to test a breakout. And there is a logical breakout. You see all these fractals here, plus this fractal. That is a logical area for breakout. Also, you've got Kijisen here. Okay, so 29,131 would be a half decent area for me at the moment to get long again. If you look at the hour, we've had a bullish cross. We've had a breakthrough. Cloud is still red, but it's very thin above the top. So the breakthrough there is pretty easy. But what I would expect is price to get to the cloud, bounce back down, try again, maybe even a third time before getting through. Okay, so from an Ichimoku perspective, trend only really changes once all the signals are saying long and you're above the cloud. If you look at the 4 hour, we have a massive green cloud of support, but bearish and bearish. So we've got two bearish signals. So normally what happens with this is you don't have a quick reversal. You'll have another deep pullback and a sort of a little bit of a choppy move backwards and forth until Kijisen and Tikisen cross over, Chikuspan breaks through price, and everything starts pointing to the upside. Then that's pretty much when you start getting a bigger move like this. Okay, so this at the moment, the way it's going, very volatile, all over the place. People are looking for value. So the bears are trying to drive us down, get some kind of profit, but the bulls are looking for value. And I want to highlight the Brooks gap there. So there's my tail. See exactly where we went to. Okay, and if you look at the daily, everything is bullish. So the trend is up, very bullish trend. You should be looking for longs. This hammer that's formed off a level, off multiple levels in actual fact. So let's just move the level down. So it moves off these pin bars, it was rejected off these pin bars, it came in off the bottom here, which is another level, and it came off Dickinson, the blue line here. So that's a rejection. So any break above the high of yesterday warrants a long, and I would pretty much say that you're going to have a measured move of 29,600 area. Okay, so for me, I am still looking for longs. If we just bring that back, I'm looking for longs. We did make a little bit, probably another 2.5%, I think it was, yesterday, and that was on this instrument, pretty much from the pullback, but wasn't. I didn't get right down the bottom here. I got in pretty much on the top of this fractal here. So that's where we are. And yeah, nothing else we can add to this. These are the two fractal levels we're looking for. We're looking for a break above 29,212. If we do break below 29,172, I think I'll just be patient and wait for structure to form to the downside, something like this, before getting in for the trade. Yeah, that's it. Hope it helps, and we'll catch you later. Cheers for now.